Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Mayuko, how do you pronounce your name in Japanese?
My name?
Yes.
Mayuko.
Okay, Mayuko. Good, good. Just wanted to check. All right. And now, so am I sharing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, hello, Pradeepa.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. So, did you manage to? You finally managed to get to
Yeah.
the web? Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the cookies, and every day, almost every day, I get emails from my subscribers around the world that I cannot log in, and the reason is their cookies. So if they go into incognito and use the incognito mode, then they can easily get into their account. But that's good. You didn't have to do that. Okay. Now, okay, here comes Simon. Now, how far? So yesterday we did the listening section, right? Am I right?
Yep. Listening.
We did the listening section, yes. So today we're going to start with again part of the listening, and then we'll come back. I think you have access to the previous videos as well, right? Am I right, Pradeepa? The access to the recorded online videos of the class.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you can check our videos that we had with the other students. But if you had any questions, just ask me, and I'll answer your questions if you have any. Okay. So, hello, Simon. Simon, you've drunk something black, and you can't. Oh yes, now we can see you. It was all black. How are you, Simon?
Good.
All right. So there's no question. We can get started, right? No.
No.
Okay. Because we are missing one student, we can start with one summarized spoken text. Okay. And this time I want you to type it for me. Type it for me and send it to the chat box here. You know where the chat box is. Okay. So you can send it here, and then I'll go through it, share it with everyone, and we can learn. So you can have your template in front of you and use the template. It's okay. And then type it, send it over to me. Okay, let's get started.
The war for talent refers to an increasingly competitive landscape for recruiting and retaining talented employees. In the book, Michaels et al. Describe not a set of superior human resources processes, but a mindset that emphasizes the importance of talent to the success of organizations. The war for talent is intensified by demographic shifts, primarily in the United States and Europe. This is characterized by increasing demand along with decreasing supply demographically. There are simply fewer post-baby boomer workers to replace the baby boom retirement in the U.S. and Europe, though this is not the case in most of East Asia, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, Central America, South America, or the Middle East. Eastern Europe also tends to have similar demographics, namely an aging or shrinking labor force. While talent is vague or ill-defined, the underlying assumption is that for knowledge-intensive industries, the knowledge worker, a term coined by Peter Drucker, is the key competitive resource. See the resource-based view of the firm.
Mayuko, if you're done, send it over. Oh my goodness. No, nobody has sent it to me. I thought there are 4 people. Are you done, Mayuko?
Almost.
Okay. When you're done, just text it over to me via the chat box. Three more minutes. Mike, are you done?
Yes. But
Okay. Pratipa, please send it. Oh, very good. Somebody sent it to me. I don't know who that is. Must be Mayuko. Very good. Okay.
but it's only 47 words.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you what to do to add. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Pratipa, you sent it too. Good.
Yeah.
Why can't I copy? Okay. Okay. I think I have to do it via the Zoom. Who's this lady? I've never seen her before. Anyway. Okay, so Pradeepa, all right, the topic of the lecture was labor force. Okay, very good. Thank you, Simon. The speaker also talked about the war. Now, Pradeepa, look at this. Here, you need a space. Let me make it bigger. No, can't. So you see this one? Here, you need the space because you have punctuation. So you need the space here. Okay. The speaker also went on. And so here you have two spaces.
Sorry, I didn't see anything in my screen.
Ah, but where did you type?
Okay.
So you were supposed to type in, not in Word, but in Notepad. Next time. Yeah, that. So here. I should have mentioned it. Sorry, my fault. So you just open the Notepad.
Okay.
And Notepad is the best because it doesn't correct you. Okay, so look, I'm writing book with 3 O's. It doesn't say it is wrong. Okay, because that's what I want. So, okay,
So
that's fine. Okay, now, so the speaker also went on and talked about countries. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. Okay, semicolon, superhuman, democracy, no, it's demography. He mentioned demography. Knowledge works, very good. Key competitives and research. That's good, but it has to be 50. I don't think it is 50. Is it 50?
no, I maybe in 42, between 40.
It keeps saying me that I should copy all of them. Okay, I'll copy now. Word blank. Paste. Jesus. Okay. So I can't copy it. I don't know what to do. Anyway, so I don't know how many words. So
It's below than 50.
okay. That's fine. All right. So next time, if you see that something like that happens, just here add at the end, add some words you are sure of the spelling. Library, books, school, okay, anything related to the topic, that's fine. Why? Because we want to reach the 50 marks, okay?
Okay.
Mayuko, you do the same thing, all right? So if you are sure, just now, Mayuko stand, the topic of the lecture was about landscape, okay? Landscape is one word. The speaker talked about the book that is human resources. Very good. The speaker also went on and talked about, okay, he actually talked about demography. Okay, let me write it for you here. Notepad. Come on, Notepad, where are you? Notepad is here. All right, demography. Okay, what does demography mean? Demography means population. Okay, so Mayuko, the topic of the lecture was about, okay, we talked about the book that is here, very good. The speaker also went on and talked about demographic, Europe and America, good. Finally, the speaker highlighted the following points. So the following points, you need a semicolon. This is a semicolon, look. Okay, you need a semicolon. So the following points, South Asia, Eastern Asia, Central America, very good knowledge and research. And researchers. Okay, good. Let's see what Simon has written. The topic of the lecture was the prospect of recruiting and retaining employees. Ooh, very good.
I just I hear anything. I don't know the topic.
Excellent, very good. The speaker also talked, ed.
Oh, ED.
Yes, everything in the past, remember?
Okay.
So, talked about, that's fine. The demographic, very good. Not demographic changes in USA and Europe, and the war for talents, very good. Talent was repeated many times. You should have made, so I would say the topic of was talent. The topic of the lecture was about talents, okay? Very good. Highlighted the following, the speaker highlighted the following points: Asia, East Asia, South America, Central Asia, and no, very good. Now, these are some of the keywords that you could have written. Okay, I've written it down here. Baby boomers, resources, and resources view, actually it was. What else? Talent was, of course. Now, this is my grammarly actually interfering with my notepad. Notepad doesn't correct, doesn't tell you whether you're wrong or what. Anyway, so baby boomers is the group of people who had a lot of children. So in the past, there were a lot of baby boomers, means that, for instance, my parents, they had, we were 6 children in one house. Nowadays, now I have my own family, I've got only one son, okay? So we are not baby boomers. The baby boomers were 50, 60 years ago. They had 10 children sometimes, 10, 12 children, okay? So that's why we have a shortage of talent now, because we haven't, the demography is not big enough for producing talents, and that's the problem. Okay, very good, Simon, very good. Pradeepa, good, and Mayuka, good. The more you write, you knew the topic was about employment, so anything related to the employment you remember from your own memories. You don't have to just throw it in, so that you reach the mark, the 50 mark words, okay? Now, so that was about...
Is that okay to use that country names in the...
Yes, yes, he mentioned that. He mentioned a lot of them. You're right, yes, yeah, you could mention at the end, that's fine, very good. Okay, now, so we're done with the summarized spoken text, the first part of the listening. Now, in reading and listening, you need to manage your time. What do I mean by managing your time? What does it mean? Okay, when the listening starts, the summarized spoken text, you are given 10 minutes for that. So you're fine. You know the 10 minutes, once it is finished, another one. No, you only get one these days. So summarized spoken text, only one. And once it is finished, one is summarized spoken text is finished, the listening actually starts. Your listening starts. And that is the time when you have a countdown clock at the top. The countdown clock tells you that you have, for instance, 25 minutes to answer all these questions. That means, okay, I'm going to play you a video that tells you how to do time management in time management. Okay.
Time management is the most important tool that can help you get a good score in the PTE test, especially in the reading and the listening modules. Now, I mentioned only listening and reading because in the other 2 modules, every test item is timed individually and you don't have to worry about your time. What do I mean by that? Imagine that you are doing the read aloud section, and for the sake of example, let's say you fall asleep after you did the first question. So you do not press the next button. What happens after is that it automatically goes on to the next question and the beep sound interrupts your midday nap.
Huh? What was that?
And you continue the rest of the speaking, which automatically goes to the next section until all test items of the speaking module are played, whether you are ready or not. But in the listening module, after the summarize the spoken text section, which is timed separately, is finished, then your listening section time starts counting down, which is itself a sign for time management. Let's just imagine that, like in the read aloud section, our imaginary sleepyhead candidate falls asleep again.
Japanese and the Chinese too.
Unlike the speaking module, the listening module is not timed for individual test items. You are given a certain amount of time, 20 minutes for example, to do 20 listening test items. Starting from multiple choice, choose multiple answer, and ending with write from dictation. The candidate would continue sleeping until their listening time is over, and he or she is still on the first test item of the listening section, that the listening module is over, and so is the PTE test. So time management is very important, especially when you take the score weights for each test item into consideration. The most important test item, the write from dictation test item, is at the end, and some students are not sleeping, but are certainly wasting their time on worthless test items. In fact, once in a while, I have some new students who come to my class and they say, "Oh, the format of the test has changed recently." And I say, "No, it hasn't. How come?" And they say, in the new version, there are no write from dictations. Because last time when I did the test, my test finished while I was doing highlight incorrect word test items. There you go. So now you know what has happened to these students who didn't know about time management strategies. They spent so much time on some insignificant questions that they missed almost 50 easy points at the end of the listening module, the write from dictation questions.
All right. Now, as I said in the video, you can see here that the test starts with summarize spoken text, and then it is finished, and then your time starts, your actual listening time starts. Now, the most important part of the test is situated at the back. They have put it at the back, at the end of the test. Why? Because they want you to sit the test again. Because they want candidates to get, 60 instead of 65, and then you sit the test again. Otherwise, they could have write from dictation right in the beginning, and then everybody got a good score, because they don't know that time management here is important. They just, as I said, one student said, I was doing summarize, select missing word, but suddenly the test finished. I didn't have any write from dictation. That the student didn't know that she or he spent a lot of time on questions before coming to write from dictation. So that means time management. Now you know what time management is. That's why I divided the questions into square and circles, remember? Because square questions you do not answer, and circle questions, you answer quickly. Why? Because the same story is true in the reading section. In the reading section, the same story. So here is in the reading, this is number 1. It gives you the highest point, and number 2 is this one. Sometimes this comes at the end, sometimes here. So again, towards the end. Anyway, you have to skip the square questions in order to save your time for reading, fill in the blanks. All right, so the same story here. So that's about time management. Do you have any questions?
No.
No questions? Okay. We carry on with the first part of the test, which is multiple choice, choose multiple answers of the listening section.
Multiple choice, choose multiple answer questions in the listening module. Multiple choice, choose multiple answer in listening is one of the 3 test items throughout the whole PTE test that will give you a negative score if you choose a wrong answer. The other 2 test items that will give you a negative marking are multiple choice, choose multiple answer in reading and highlight incorrect word in the listening module. Now back to the listening module. Multiple choice, choose multiple answer is one of the 4 insignificant test items of the listening module. I have divided these insignificant test items into 2 groups, the square and the circle test items. Multiple choice, choose multiple answer test item is a square, and the other 3 are circle ones. By the way, square and circle here refer to the tick boxes next to the test options. Multiple choice, choose multiple answer strategies. The strategy for multiple choice, choose multiple answer, or the square test items, is very straightforward. You simply avoid answering these questions. As easy as that. You just wait for the audio of the question to be over and then simply press the next button.
Alan, will you help me write this advertisement? Isn't much room in there.
I suppose not.
The next button is inactive while the audio is being played.
We are led to believe that basically,
And if you press it, it would remind you to wait for the end of the audio track. The reason why you do not answer these questions is that, number 1, you can get a negative score if you choose the wrong ones. And number 2, you will waste precious time on insignificant questions. Even if you want 79 each in every skill, by avoiding these questions, you will only lose 3 points out of 90 for your listening module. So I certainly do suggest that you just skip these questions. Fill in the blanks listening strategies.
All right. So that was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just don't answer these questions, okay? You get 1 of these questions, 1 or 2, but I know it's, I think it's only 1. Let me just check the, oops-a-daisy, okay. So, PTE changes, PTE new changes. 2021, I think, yeah. Okay, here it is. Just got a video here. Wow, my internet speed is fantastic. Okay, so in the speaking, read aloud 6 to 7, repeat sentence 10 to 12, and describe image 3 to 4. So it used to be 6 to 7, now 3 to 4. Read a lecture used to be 3 to 4, now it's 1 or 2. And answer short question used to be 10 to 12, now it is 5 to 6. So this is the new one. So you will be tested on these numbers. But the order is the same. Writing, it used to be 2 to 3 summarized written text. Now both of them are 1 to 2. Okay, 1 or 2. The reading, multiple choice, choose multiple answers, used to be 2 to 3. Now it's 1 or 2. And here, yes, it's all 1 or 2. So it used to be 2 to 3, now 1 or 2. Okay. So this is the new test format. Any questions?
If in the multiple answers section, if you choose one answer, is that given for negative marks for us?
Which part?
Multiple answers.
Pradeepa, which part of don't answer these questions you don't understand? Which part? Tell me.
I asked that multiple choice.
I know. Don't answer.
Okay.
Okay. Never, ever. Even when you're doing the test, there's a light in front of you, and that light is God, and God says, pick number 1. Pick number 1. You don't do that. You just skip those questions. Okay. Don't answer those questions. Now, I cannot stress enough that you should not touch these questions, okay? Because you don't want to get negative marking, all right? Don't. Now, I usually ask my students, and when I talk to them, I know how they're listening, how good their listening is. So even if their listening is good, I don't recommend that you should do it. For instance, 1 or 2 students I went to them and said, you answer these questions 1 or 2 if you're 100% sure. I taught that individual student, only that student. But even if you want 79, which you want 65, Mayuko wants 65, Simon 55 or 65?
I think it's 65.
Okay, so even if you want 65, don't even think about it, all right? So neither in reading nor in listening. Okay, just listen to the audio. As soon as it finishes, press next. Press next, okay? Good, don't be tempted to answer. Don't be tempted. Now, so that's multiple choice, choose multiple answer. No questions here. We move on to the next part, which is fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks listening strategies. Number 1. Use the 10 seconds preparation time for reading the first line of the paragraph.
Let me see, fill in the blanks. I should have, yes. I should have an explanation. What is a fill in? Yes, this is the one. I should. No, my goodness.
Private university. Behind that.
Okay. I don't know why I don't have an introduction to the fill in the blanks. Okay.
Fill in the blanks listening strategies. Number 1. Use the 10 seconds preparation time for reading the first line of the paragraph. This will give you an idea of what the whole text is about.
The Navy's new submarine fleet might not be as...
Number 2. Practice writing the missing words without taking your eyes off the screen while the audio is being played. If you take your eyes off the screen and look at what you're writing, you will lose the line and some points at the same time. Number 3. Since the blanks are not numbered in this test item, you need to note down the answers from left to right or top to bottom, up to you. And if you missed a blank, you just draw a line and move on to the next one.
The ocean has been getting bluer, according to a study published in the journal Nature. But that's not really good news for the planet. It means that the plants that give the ocean its green tint aren't doing well. Scientists say that because the ocean has been getting warmer.
Once the audio is finished and you are typing in the answers, you will know exactly which blank you missed because you have written them in the order of their appearance. If you have a hunch for a missing blank, go for it. There's no negative marking for wrong answers here. But you certainly need to pay attention to your time since the most important questions, right from dictation, are waiting for you at the end of your limited time. So don't waste your time on a missed blank. Number 4. You don't need to start every answer with a capital letter, unless it is, of course, a proper noun like Melbourne. But make sure you do not type all the answers in capital letters or with the caps lock on. Number 5. If the answer to a fill-in-the-blank is a number, write it in digits rather than letters. Number 6. The answer to every fill-in-the-blank question cannot be more than one word. As you may know, this item is the third part of the listening section. And it contributes points to your listening and writing overall score. Candidates usually get 2 to 3 sets of these questions. Now, basically, fill-in-the-blanks listening is a transcription of an audio with some words missing. After listening to the audio and writing the missing words on the erasable notebook, candidates are expected to type those words in the appropriate gaps. Now, some do's first. Number 1. Use the 8-second preparation time before the audio is played to skim through the transcript or just read the first 2 lines to get the general idea of the text. Number 2. A useful strategy for doing this part is to have your eyes fixed on the text and jot down the answers on the erasable notebook without ever looking at what you're writing. Number 3. You may not remember the spelling of some words on the spot. In order not to forget that word, and consequently missing the answer to other gaps, you can write that word in your first language and think about the spelling when you are actually typing them in the gaps. Number 4. At the end of the audio, when you start to type in the answers, instead of using the mouse to move the cursor to the next gap, you can use the Tab key to jump the cursor from one gap to another, as you can see here. If you want to go back to the previous gap, just press the Shift and the Tab keys. So press Tab to jump forward and Shift plus Tab keys to go back. Number 5. Since the gaps in the text of the fill-in-the-blanks listening are not numbered, you need to note down the answers from top to bottom or left to right so that you know which is which. So if you missed the answer to a gap, just put a dash instead. Number 6. If you missed the answer to a gap, just leave it as it is. Or if you have a hunch based on the context, type it very quickly. Wrong answers do not get you negative points, but they can certainly waste your limited time. And finally, if you are double-minded about whether the answer to a gap should be singular or plural, remember that the plural form is always preferred. Now, some don'ts. Number 1, do not try to type the answers in the gaps as the audio is being played. Number 2, the answer to a gap cannot be more than one word. So if you got 2 words as the answer, based on the context, type only 1 as the answer.
All right. So we're gonna first questions, please. Any questions? No? You are fantastic students. Okay, you're my favorite student, the student who doesn't ask questions. Come on. All right. Okay. So we'll start with fill in the blanks. Remember, don't take your eyes off the screen, write without looking at your writings, because once you do this, when you come back, you don't know where the line is and you miss a lot of points. So you write like this. You write, I'm writing and at the same time following the line. So practice, because that helps you a lot, this way of writing. And practice, of course, makes perfect. Once you practice like that, you would be, I mean, the first time you write and then you cannot read it. Huh? What is this? Who's written this? Oh, I did. Okay. So when you practice, you know where and how to write so that I can read it. Are you ready for the first one? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, please get yourself, grab your pen and a piece of paper. So quickly read the first line and then come back to the beginning so that you don't lose the. Let's go.
One of the 4 brilliant mathematicians who were awarded Fields Medals at the 2014 ICM was Maryam Mirzakhani, who was born and educated in Iran and had completed a PhD in mathematics at Harvard University. Behind that brief outline, there was an exceptional person with an astonishing history. Iran admitted girls to their International Mathematics Olympiad, that is IMO team, for the very first time in 1994. The contest is difficult, involving 6 problems worth 7 marks each, distributed over 2 consecutive days.
Okay. I'll start with Mayuko. Number 1, Mayuko.
Brilliant.
How do you spell it?
B-R-I-L-I-A-N-T.
Are you sure it doesn't have 2 L's?
I don't know.
I think it's double L.
Double.
Okay. Next one. Pradeepa.
Bone.
Very good. 4. Very good, Mayuka. And Pradeepa. Next, Simon.
Exception.
Very good. Exceptional. Exceptional, personal.
Exceptional. Okay.
Back to Mayuko.
Berry.
Very good, very. And the last one, Pradeepa.
Involving 6 problem was 7. I didn't get the word.
Okay, 6 problems. Anyone else, Simon?
Will.
Okay, Mayuka.
And
So brilliant has got 2 L, Mayuka.
okay.
If you miss a spell, remember, you don't get any points. No points. So, yeah, okay. Very good. As the first one, all of you did very well. Next one. Are you ready?
The Navy's new submarine fleet might not be as stealthy as promised, with confusion about whether the next-generation propulsion system, touted as giving the boat a technological edge, will be used. Ultra-quiet pump jet technology was key to the successful French bid to design the new submarine. But a senior French executive from the company building the sub says conventional propulsion could be used instead. The Navy says it's still intending to use the jet pump, but the comments are playing into existing concerns about whether it's right for the new fleet. Here's political reporter Tom Iggulden.
Okay, Simon, number one.
I don't get number one.
Anyone did?
No.
Still,
Okay, very good. Stealthy. Stealthy. If you walk like this, a cat usually walks stealthy so that no one can hear, no one can see, okay? That's stealthy. Very good. Number two, Adipa.
proportion.
Good. Anyone else? Okay. This was my exam question. This was my exam question. So I mentioned this in the class because I had it on my website, and one of the students came to me and said, after her exam, she said, I had this in my exam, and propulsion, I had no idea how to spell it. Apart from the fact that that day I told them how to spell it, and she got it right. So propulsion. Propulsion. Okay, propulsion. Now, what is propulsion? Okay, with the force that makes something go forward. So look, this rocket, the propulsion is from this red hot thingy, fire, and it makes it go forward. And the propulsion here is the wings. So this is the propellers, and the propellers give the propulsion. Balloon, if you have a balloon full of air and let go of the top, it goes one way, and that's the propulsion, okay? Now, number three, Mayuko.
No, I don't get it.
Anyone? I didn't get it. Anyone?
I hear big.
Very good, bid.
I don't know how. What? Oh, this one.
You know what bid is, Simon?
Don't know.
Okay, this is an auction. We have an auction, okay? So we say, okay, this mug. I don't know how to show it to you. Okay, this mug, this cup. Okay, now we can see this mug. Okay, $1. Anyone $1? $1. Mayuka $1. Okay, now Pradeepa $2. So Pradeepa's new bid is $2. Simon $5. Okay,
Yeah.
$5 to Simon. Simon's bid is $5. Okay, Simon, $5, please. Give me the $5. You said yes. Okay, I've got two witnesses here. You said yes, I want it for $5. Okay, I send it. I post it to you today. Good. So that's a bid. When you say I want it, that's a bid. Okay. So here the French bid. The French said, we will give you that. We will give you that submarine. That's my bid. Okay. So very good bid. Mayuko?
No, rest of the Bronx, I didn't get it.
Pradeepa?
It's also proportion, something I hear. Proportion.
Dimensional. Let me see. What about you, Simon?
Yeah, I also hear the proportion.
Okay, and the last one?
Planning.
Playing.
Sorry?
Playing.
Very good. Ah, I know. This is propulsion. Again, propulsion. Do you know why? Do you know why? Two reasons. Number one, if I had written propulsion here, then the students say, "Oh, number two is propulsion." Ah, I know. So you type it there, and then you don't remember the spelling. You don't know the meaning. But now I've mentioned it twice, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't checked it. Let's check, because I can't have two propulsions. Yeah. You have two propulsions. Okay, just for you to remember in your exam if you had it. There you go. So stealthy, propulsion, speed, playing. Now I've got how many? I've got 163 of these on my website. Okay. Now these are not. Okay, it's gonna play.
The Navy's new submarine.
These are not going to be, I mean, the one you have here is not an exam question, but I couldn't find the exact audio for this, but I found an audio where it had a propulsion in it. So I made that propulsion a question. So now a student came to me and said, "Oh, today I had the test, and in the listening section, there was pseudonym, and I couldn't spell it, pseudonym. I knew pseudonym, I didn't know. So I have it in here in one of these audios. I found something with pseudonym, and so once you do it, just check the answers and say, pseudonym, P-S-E-U-D-O, okay. And then, so these are basically, most of them are based on the students coming to you and say, I got this in my exam. And so a student came to me and said, philosophy. I couldn't spell philosophy because it's double P, P-H, P-H. And I have philosophy in one of these questions. I want you to do at least half, or if you can, the best idea would be to do all of them. If you cannot do all of them, just do this. Okay, go next. Do one, and then the next one, just check the answers, the spelling. So here, coalition, sentencing, curriculum. Curriculum was in my exam. I remember curriculum, and unveil. So questions. No questions. Fantastic series. Okay, let's go back to what time is it? We've got 5 minutes. Okay, I think that's enough for today. We'll start with speaking section. All right, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So as usual, we start with read aloud. So the first one we do all together. Okay, just to warm up our voice boxes. The depressed phase of bipolar disorder and in hobbies changes in hobbies getting worse, less
Worthless or excessive mobility, neither too much or too little, restless or slowness or thoughts of suicide.
Or possibility of suicide.
Sorry if you didn't get the. Okay, next one. I tell you who next one is 5 seconds before it starts.
Mayuka.
We can inherit a lot from our parents, such as hair color, eye color, and height, but we can't inherit everything because some biological traits are acquired during a lifetime. The only way to transmit biological information between generalities is in the letter of our DNA.
Okay, very good. So Mayuka, I want you to practice more. You can read more consistently and faster than this, okay? You can, I'm sure you can. If you get this here, finish it around here, you will get a very good score. So remember, faster, and don't, you said height twice. You said hit the first time and then said height. Repeat that, okay? Just don't do that. Nobody's listening to you, just read fast. Next one.
It's always deeply aware that the stranger, irrespective of the status of what dignity, is hiding indeed. Confused appetite, the
Simon, please.
A wounded polite person is always deeply aware that the stranger, irrespective of their status or outward dignity, is a highly needed, confused appetite and susceptible creator, and they know this about the stranger because they never forget this about themselves.
Excellent, very good. We finished here. And I noticed you skipped fragile.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Very good, very good. That's it. That's a good strategy. So now you know it's fragile, okay?
Yeah.
If you buy something made of glass, in the post office, they put fragile straps on it, okay? It means that it may break. Very good. Next one. Hello? Hello? Oh. Federica.
Researchers think that ground sloth could have been pushed out by an oncoming ice age or by competitions with other species, maybe humans who arrived in the region around the time most of the sloths went extinct. Some of the smaller sloths did survive and migrated to the treetops.
Very good. You finished here. Okay. Now this is a species. Okay. Very good. Species. And that's it. Very good. You said spices. No problem. No problem. That's fine. I like it. Okay. If you cannot, just don't do this. The competition other than especial, no, no, I have to get it right. I don't care. I have to get it right. Species. Okay. Don't do that. Just say something and go. Very good. Okay. Do you want some more? Yes? Okay, good. One more round. You don't know who that is, so everybody read, please. Pradeepa.
You used to think that green was a luxury for your company, but climate change has made you realize that you can no longer ignore it. That buzz is about becoming carbon neutral. But where do you start? Consider your drivers. Do you want to become carbon neutral for marketing reasons, for financial reasons, or to help serve the planet?
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now, if you get your repeat sentence, if you sit down and write the initials and learn how to repeat 60 or 70% of the repeat sentence, I guarantee that you will get 80, above 80 for your speaking, okay? Even 90, easily you can get 90, all right? So what I want you to do is number one, repeat sentence, and then the rest of the stuff. Very good. Next. Mayuka.
Before the discovery of Australia, people in the old days were convinced that all swans are white, and this belief, as it seemed completely confirmed by evidence. The sighting of the first black swan might have been an interesting surprise for a few scientists, but that is not where the significance of the story lies.
Very good. Excellent. You finished here, and that's it. Excellent. So very good. Work on your speed, and the ones you are, I'm talking to everyone, the ones you are sure of, you exaggerate. The ones you don't, you mumble. Okay, for instance, before the discovery of Australia, people in the old were convinced that the swans were white, and ancestral belief that it seemed completely confirmed by empirical evidence. The sighting of the black swan might have been interesting surprise by the new scientists, but where the splittings of story lies. Okay, so the ones you know, you emphasize. The ones you don't know, just mumble, say something like that. Let's go. Very good. Next one. And it is not Simon, it is someone else. Yes, Simon.
Therefore, the working union in modern society are not really important. They preserve their function only in the underdeveloped country. On the contrary, in the developed state, workers refuse to join the union. Thus, working unions cannot survive the exhaust of modern economic trend and slowly move to a complete decline. Their initial purpose have little to do with the hectic pace of modern life.
Excellent. You finished here. Ooh, very good, Simon. Very good. You will get a good score. Just get your repeat sentence by. You're going to be fine. Very good. Now, last time Mayuko switched the light in my room on. It's time. It's your turn, Simon, today. Okay, it's right behind me over on the left-hand side, please. Okay. Because I'm teaching, I cannot leave my, so you just turn my light on, please. It's on the right. When you go to the left, it's on the right, okay? I'm kidding. Okay, now we start with repeat sentence. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Please get your pen and pencils and paper. Okay, this time I'm gonna turn the lights on myself, okay? Next time, it's right behind me over there. So Simon, look, next time you do it. Okay, easy, easy. Let's go. Everyone, please.
Your lowest quiz grade has been omitted from the calculations.
Your lowest quiz grade
has been omitted from calculations. Okay, now we take turns. So this is what the person said. Look. Is the sound okay? Is the sound loud enough? There you go. Your lowest, this one, the one at the bottom. Okay, Mayuko, please.
Yeah.
Distinguishing him from others is difficult in black and white photos.
Distinguish is difficult in others.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Very good. Black and white photos, yes. Here.
Distinguish him from others. Difficult in black.
Do you know, panda, right? You know what a panda is, of course, you know. Yes, Simon, do you know what a panda is? Panda.
Sure, I know.
Do you know what is the greatest wish of a panda? If you ask a panda, what is your wish? Do you know what a panda's wish is? No?
Oh, you want to take a colorful photo?
Very good. That's the wish. A panda always wants to take a color photo because it's always black and white. I don't know why. Maybe the color photo has not yet been invented. But that's the wish of a panda. Very good. How did you know that? You have been a panda like me, huh? I have been a panda before. That's why I know. So you must have been a panda too. How do you say panda in your language, Simon?
熊猫.
Come on, that's Chinese. You're speaking Chinese, right?
Yeah, I'm speaking Chinese.
Oh, okay. I know panda in Chinese because 收猫 means you in my language. In my language. 收猫 means you. All right. Pradeepa, how do you say panda in your language?
It's karadi.
In Tamil.
Karadi.
Sorry. Karadi.
Karadi.
Okay. And Mayuko?
Panda.
Panda?
Panda, yes.
Panda. Okay, that's easy. Good, very good. All right. So remember in Chinese, in Putonghua, panda is 鼠猫. 鼠猫. Is that correct, Simon?
Yeah, it's correct.
Can you repeat it again?
熊猫.
鼠猫. Okay, thank you. All right, black and white. Now, next one is Pradeepa.
There was no correlation between the drugs used and cure rates.
There is no correlation between the drug use and
Great, very good. Just mimic. You don't know the word. Now, let me tell you something that surprises you. This was my repeat sentence question in the PTE test. Can you believe it? And now I listen to it, and it's deja vu. I was I went back to that time when it was said that yes. That listen. So it was an exam question. Between the drugs used and kill rates. Listen again.
There was no correlation between the drugs used and cure rates.
And kill rates. Very good. So listen to these repeat sentences at least once, okay? At least once, because they are exam questions.
Is it, we can get marks like if we miss some word? Is it?
Of course.
Folk tales are passed orally from generation to generation.
Sorry. So, Pradeepa, you were absent. Did you register with us recently?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, you can. I said how the marking system works. Look at this. Okay. So the next one I'll do it. Is written Pradeepa. Pradeepa, you were absent. Did you register? Okay. Look, the next one I do.
The decision was made with the support of several faculty members.
The decision was made with the support of several faculty members. I wanted to misplace 2 or 3 words, okay? So look, this is how it works. This is what the computer has, and this is what I said, and the computer, I wanted to say members, faculty, and still it would be 100. Look, it would be still 100. What does it mean? It means that the order is not important, but I don't want you to say members, faculty, several of support there with made was decision there. Okay, I don't want you to do that. I want you to, but once you missed one, it doesn't matter. If you remember it at the end now, if you miss, for instance, support, this similarity will be 990 instead of 100. And still you get the full mark. And still you get most of the mark. All right? So the more you say, the better the score. If there's a word you cannot remember, like kill rates, just say, there's no correlation with the drugs and kibites, okay? Kibites, just mimic it. And the computer will type something for you, okay? And as I said before, don't worry. My student, Armpit, his name was Arpit, and I remembered his name by Armpit, okay? So my friend, he's my friend too. Arpit, he got 90. He got 90 for his speaking, 90 for listening, and 80 for the other, but he got overall 79. And he got 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he got his PR as well with that. Anyway, he said, but he got 90 for his speaking. He said, I missed one repeat sentence, completely. I didn't get anything because the student next to me was shouting. I forgot. I was looking at it. Oh my goodness. So still he got 90. Why? Because this test does not want you to be perfect. Once you reach a certain score, the computer says, okay, this student, 9 out of 10, that's 10 out of 10. You know, this is the mentality. Because everything is out of 90, my understanding is that it is basically 100, but 10 score is just for those high achievers. There you go. All right. Whose turn is it? I think it's Simon's, right? Simon. Yes, Simon.
If your parents come to visit you this semester, where will they stay?
If your parents come to visit you this semester, what will they stay?
Excellent. Very good. That was very good mimicking. If your parents come to visit you this semester, where will they stay? None of your business. Okay? So if your parents come to visit you this semester, where will they stay? Okay. Very good. Back to Mayuko.
Yeah.
Courses are assessed by group work and individual assignment.
Courses assessed by individual group
And assignments. Very good. Excellent. You just missed Simon. Was it Simon or assignment?
Assignment.
Yes. not two Simons, okay? Assignment. Assignment. Very good. Now, Pradeepa. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, still have the chance to go there. Yes. So the one at the bottom is the correct one.
Yeah.
So courses are assessed by group work and individual assignment.
The qualification will be assessed by using a reference criterion approach.
The qualification will be assessed in the
Approach.
assessment.
Very good. Pradeepa, there's a 3-second opportunity, window or opportunity, okay? So don't miss that 3 seconds. If you keep quiet for 3 seconds, the microphone will shut. So if you want to kill time, and if you want to mark the microphone not to shut, say, don't say English words, just say, and then the microphone won't shut, okay? Good. The qualification will be assessed by using a reference criterion approach. Very good. One more, Simon, and that's it.
Course participants report that interest in the subject was their main reason for choosing the course.
Interested subject will choosing the course.
Very good. You said 40% of it. Excellent. Course participants report that interest in the subject was their main reason for choosing the course. Okay. Now, we'll start with describe image. The first one, everyone, please.
The picture describes about transport mode in a Europe city 1960 to 2000. It also provides some information about different categories: bus, car, bike, and food. Purple, pink, and yellow. It's clear from the picture that bus is the highest and car is the least. Finally, by reviewing the picture, it can be concluded that the picture is showing important information based on facts and figures, having a significant effect.
Very good. Time's up. Excellent. Oh, no, time's not up. Keep going. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Next one. I tell you who the person is 5 seconds before. Okay. Simon.
The image described provided by Age by Gender 2012. It also provides some information about different categories such as female and male. It is clear from the image that under age 18 is the higher, and on the other hand, age 65 and older is least. Finally, by looking at the image, it can be concluded the picture is showing important information based and regular.
That's it. Very good. Time's up. Excellent. Simon, I want you to memorize the template. so that you just speak it fluently. Like the image describes, it also provides, it is clear. Finally, by reviewing, instead of image, you said picture, and don't say showing, say something else. What was that? Remember? By
looking.
Very good, looking. Don't say showing, okay? Yeah, very good. Next one. Mayuko, please.
The picture describes about percentage of students proficient in a foreign language. It provides some information about different categories such as China, Romania, Thailand, India, Russia, and Vietnam. It is clear from the picture that Thailand is the highest. On the other hand, India is the least. Finally, by reviewing the picture, it can be concluded that the picture is showing important information based on facts and figures, having a significant effort on males and females. In China, it's the 40%, and Romania is the 50%, respectively.
Very good. You can say with the colors green for females and blue for males, respectively. Why not? Very good. That was, I'm very satisfied with. Excellent. Okay, next one. Obviously, it's Pradeepa's turn. You want something different, Pradeepa, with more? Yeah, sure. Just okay.
The image described evaluation of success rate in Canada from 2000 to 2003. It also provided some information such as failures and success. It is clear from the image that failures is more than failures is reduced than success. And finally, by reviewing the image, it can be concluded.
Very good. I'm very satisfied with your performance for the first one. Very good. And the other thing is that you're trying to make sense. Don't. Okay? Don't. Nobody's listening to you. If you made a mistake, just keep going. It doesn't matter. For instance, if you say 2002, 87.5 with the yellow color, it doesn't matter because that doesn't correspond. The information is not checked with the veracity, whether it is correct or not. It is not checked. Okay, what is checked is content.
Okay.
All right.
So, for instance, the computer doesn't know which one is the highest. The computer doesn't know that success rates is the highest. It doesn't know that. Computer has success rates, has numbers 87.5, 59.4. It doesn't know that which is higher, which is lower. But it has higher and lower. So if you mention highest, that's fine. You get a point for that. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Very good. Any questions? Just try to memorize the template as soon as possible. You haven't booked for a test yet, right, Pradeepa? No. That's good. That's good because once we are done and you do the first mock test, I tell you when you're ready, and you can see the test, feeling that you can do it. Okay. Now let me see how much time do we have. Next time, remind me that we first start with one of these. Okay, we have 3 minutes. We do answer short questions only. Okay. So anyone who can answer.
What are aeroplanes, trains and cars forms of?
Transportation.
Excellent. Transportation. It says, what are trains, planes, and buses forms of? Transportation. Very good. There you go. There's the answer for you. Transportation. Okay. Next one. So it's not important if you don't know the answer. That's fine. Okay. Don't worry. These are not important questions. Anyone?
What instrument do we use to look at objects far away from us?
Microscope.
No, microscope is not. Is
Bioscope.
yes, is very good. Yes.
Bioscope. Yeah.
Binoculars.
Oh, binoculars. Okay.
Or telescope.
Telescope.
Telescope or binoculars. One of them. Very good. Microscope is the opposite. Very close. Yeah, very good. All right, next.
Which sense do humans use to feel softness and roughness of a material?
Finger.
Touch.
Touch. Very good. Touch. Touch. It's a sense. Touch. Sense of touch. Very good. Next.
What kind of liquid do mammals feed their babies?
Milk.
Very good. Excellent. In Hindi, milk is dood. Dood. In English, you say, hey, dude. Okay, next one.
Where are books and other educational materials kept at a university?
Library.
Very good. Library. Excellent, Mayuka. Next one. You see, the questions are easy. You need just once.
What is the name of the imaginary line that divides the Earth into two hemispheres?
Equator. Equator. Equator, yes. Equator. Okay. One more.
What is the name of the imaginary line that divides the Earth into two hemispheres?
Equator. Equator. I know that. Okay.
What is the name of this landmark?
White House.
White House.
Excellent. Very good. White House. And
The stars, Earth, and the Moon belong to what bigger system?
Oh, the solar.
the solar system. Okay. And one more. That's it.
What do vegetarians usually eat?
Chicken. Chicken. What do they eat?
Vegetables.
Vegetables. Yes. Very good. Vegetables. Anybody here is vegetarian?
No.
No? All right. I have some friends. I'm vegan actually. I used to be vegetarian, now vegan. But some people say that chicken is vegetarian. Oh, I'm vegetarian. Oh, really? Okay, good. So today, yesterday we had chicken. Oh, really? You were vegetarian? No, chicken is not meat, you know. Okay.
I working at a restaurant, but a lot of customer for India is vegetarian.
Yes, and they eat chicken. Right? Am I right, Simon?
Yeah.
Yes.
And also
in fact, yes.
They eat the fried rice with no egg, but chicken is fried.
I don't understand that. Yes, I know. I have a friend from India, and he says I'm vegetarian, but I eat chicken. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see you next time. Next week, actually. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.